And welcome all! Welcome to my players, welcome to our unsuspecting public. But then again, if you clicked on this video, you know what to expect. If not, we've got 51 episodes for you to watch.
Don't get into this one without knowing what's happening.
Welcome to Tomb of Annihilation, otherwise known as my player's therapy.
Is it ours or is it yours?
Yes. Actually, this is what I've been currently reading. Don't cover the name of the author. There we go. Just so that I know how to torture you
Safely.
Yeah. It's actually the book. I've reading the intro for now. I've just started. It's actually very interesting to read all of the terms that we know sort of instinctively as role players. You know, about bleed, about immersion, about that whole thing. But having it sort of clinically analyzed and defined is actually something interesting. So I recommend reading. I don't think it's specifically planned for people who do not have a psychology degree. But interesting nonetheless. Anyways, how are we all feeling tonight?
My voice might be wonky over the episode.
Yeah. So don't worry about. We'll be taking care of her for that. Right. Well then, let's get into the recap. So, who wants to talk about last episode?
It's okay. Take your time, Gale. So yeah, we explored some more the cogs and traps and the cupboards. We let an innocent tiny creature get butchered for our pass to be opened, which
You smashed a Modron, yeah.
It was horrid.
It's not like they're sentient. Ish.
I don't know any of them. But yeah, we processed to a strip corridor, and then we are here in the Thunder room. How is that for?
I mean, yeah,
a recap.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff happened in the last episode because it was mostly a battle, and then wondering what you're gonna do when, in a corridor that basically would strip down any non-living or non-magical tissue. So you got through the corridor. You managed to smash the necromantic effect in the corridor. For all intents and purposes, I have not heard any of you decide to actually put their clothing back on. So we still have a very naked Vroondomon.
I think Vroon mentioned it as soon as the ring was smashed, but I might be wrong.
I mean, we can just you can 10 minutes to.
Yeah, it will take that was it. Oh, now we can start getting dressed again, but I think we haven't spent 10 minutes since then. So yeah, Bruno's getting dressed.
Okay.
And I know Heinrich offered to help.
Okay.
Yes, I will help.
I am corrected.
I mean, if Ron takes the time to get dressed, Gil will have the time to get dressed as well. So I'm gonna put my armor back on.
But you did have it on.
Nope. I removed
No,
it.
she had the cloak.
Oh right, yeah.
I had a cloak, but I didn't have the armor. And I feel way better with an AC at 20 than at 14, so
Yeah, so
let's
you
do
take
that.
you take the 5, 10, 15 minutes you need to sort of awkwardly each in your corner, turning your backs to each other, maybe sneaking a peek. Who knows? Nobody's looking.
No, not watching.
So you are once again well equipped. To give you a bit of a recap of what is going on around you, you found the staircase leading down to the 6th level. So potentially there's that way to go. But should you do so, well, you still need to. You are currently inaccessible to your companions that are still awaiting in the control room. For now, the past maybe 2 hours, since you've asked your ally to action the lever. In front of you, so to the west, you have there is a cylindrical shaft with crackling lightning and clouds situated at the top and the bottom, and this huge chain of sort of golden gold or brass, you're not exactly sure, that seems to be moving around. If I remember correctly, we had said that the first one, the closest to you, goes down, and the one furthest from you, the western one, goes up. And this is moving a huge cog wheel at the bottom of the shaft. On the other side of this room is 15 feet up another balcony. So, what do you do?
What do you want to do, guys?
Well, can what's the name of the fucking beholder thing again?
The gazer?
Laryl.
Laryl?
Yes, Laryl.
What?
Can Laryl have a look?
Yes,
what's up
but I
there?
have to re-invoke him.
That's another, 10 minutes? 1 hour?
Yes.
1 hour.
1 hour to re-invoke?
It was. Wait, I'm gonna check also because I know it was a very long time to get it back. 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will re-invoke him when we're.
I mean, for all
Rest.
intents and purposes, if you want to take a short rest. Wait, did you guys take a short rest previously?
I think so because I'm almost back at full health. Wait, let me have a look.
I,
I'm gonna tell you.
I did some lay on hands on you.
I don't think we did any short rest.
no,
The
no.
last one was before we start at the start of last session when we before starting to
Before
open
the
the
fight.
cupboards.
Before the fight, okay. Should you wish to take a short rest now, you can. At that point, it would
Right.
allow Sorsha to re-invoke Laryl and you to maybe regain any benefits.
I'm not against it.
All right.
I mean, at this point, Gale is getting low on spells, so. But I'm not gonna get them back from a short rest, but it's better than nothing.
All right. So I'm gonna re-invoke their role. Sing a quick song for those who want to
Okay.
have
Yep, I'll
some life.
do
Yeah.
I'll roll a die.
All the meantime, while you're taking the short rest, what's the general mood right now? Okay. And Sorsha, you can roll an additional d6.
Yes, but it was a D8. But you want me to roll D6, but
No,
no,
no, no,
it's
no,
D8.
no, no. The d6. For the Song of Rest is a d8.
Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm all in D8. I'm a big bard now, you know?
So you say.
Yes.
Right. So anybody extending a hit dice, you can get an additional 1.
Yeah, I did, but I rolled a 10, so.
Yeah, you're okay. You're good then. Right. Okay.
Then
Oh, nice.
the roll is back. The one you missed.
There we go.
Yeah.
And do we add what did we add 1 or we add a d8?
No, no. You add the 1 that she rolled.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty low.
Yeah, well, you're working multiple things right now. You're reinvoking Laurel and doing a Song of Rest. I
Yeah,
mean,
which is very generous on my end. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
makes sense.
Okay. So, what do you do? Yeah, you take a bit of rest. By the way, your friends have no way of contacting you, so
maybe someone should send them a message.
Yeah, I'll probably send messages like, we're gonna take a bit of rest. We're like updates. I mean, I made joke to Beef when we were advancing,
okay,
so I
but
guess we're probably in contact.
seriously, guys, I have a question, which is, they don't have a way to join us.
Well, not yet, at least.
We haven't found any way of rotating the platforms any other way than through the mechanism. So we're gonna need them if we want to connect to that other hallway that's still closed right now. But after that, they could put the mechanism back in their original configuration and get out, or they're gonna be stuck in that room. So what do we want to do with them?
Let's first try to see what else is on this floor,
Okay.
because we might find a way to.
I agree.
Plus, Beef seemed pretty confident that he could get through when he was asked.
Yes, they
So,
can always climb on the outsides of the cogs, though that seems a bit dangerous.
yeah, there might be something pissed off in the waters.
yeah, but
Yeah.
when
Oops.
we had that discussion with Beef, and he was like, "Don't worry about me. Uh,
He's a
I'll get through."
survivor. But yes, but Lucanu in her heavy armor and Zal,
Yeah.
they're not going to be as agile to get away.
But
Nope.
there is probably a way, I think, if we explore. Like, there's always been a way.
It seems very unlikely that a person would need to stay behind or climb on the outsides of the cogs to be able to get through this.
I think we have to explore more of that floor too.
I agree. Well,
I'm sending Laurel.
Okay. So, just a second.
Uh-huh.
As Laryl moves into the room above the balcony, so please put him a bit back. You see, Laryl seems to approach. So you have this massive chain that is slowly sort of moving downwards. Some of it, as you look up, seems to conduct the electricity coming in from and the lightning coming in from the clouds above and below, and so you can kind of see some of the flashes sort of reverberate through the chain. And so Laryl's, keeping fairly prudent with regards to the chain. However, as he comes just up to the lip of the balcony, Laryl's attention goes up and he retracts. Sort of running back towards you.
I think there's something over there.
As you would see, Sorsha, as you're looking up, you can see sort of drifting down from through the cloud cover from above a series of cubes, brass colored cubes.
More modron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just modrons.
Let me get you. So where is it? Yeah, a rip forms into the vortex high above, and 9 cube-shaped creatures with wings and short bows fly through, and they are quickly followed by a large crystal decahedron, so a D10, that holds a weird starfish-shaped creature. So this is what you see. Show to players.
Are we back into algebra or something?
What?
So these are the little shapes that move in, and then you have a sort of crystalline clearly sort of a magical construct, sort of a D10 holding. Let's put this let this guy out. Holding a shape, showing something that looks like this.
Oh, there's a little buddy down.
Oh, and let's show this too. There you go.
The little buddy, we saw him previously, right?
Yes, that little buddy, yes. Though he is not, in this
not
case,
here.
present. But let's move these into positions. And so they basically sort of drop down. And the intent is clear, right? They are protecting this length of chain from potential intruders. Sort of almost sort of confirming that this. I'm gonna put this right here. And they hover. They're about maybe 20-30 feet coming down, but they come down very, very quick. And before sort of as Laryl sort of slinks back, there is a slew of arrows that hit the balcony. These
I am
fully
pop out.
wrapped.
on our armor.
I pop out Laryl.
Oh, you pop at Laryl? Okay,
Yes.
there you go.
Because I'm gonna use him later and I don't want to spend another hour. Yeah.
And 25
Okay.
gold.
and 25 gold.
And 25 gold.
Okay,
Jesus.
let's close the handouts.
The gold is not a problem, but the time is.
Hey, for a wizard, 25 gold for inscribing? That's a lot, you know?
We're fucking rich!
Yes, exactly. Like 25
If we-
gold is not particularly interesting when you have 220 platinum in your pockets.
If we survive this, we're rich, yes. If we survive this, yes, then we are very rich. But now, we're still in a situation of maybe.
We have a lot of money with us.
Yeah, we were rich when we entered the that area. But yeah,
Also, I haven't
Yeah.
opened the troop treasury yet, but I think there's still like 10k in there.
now we're filthy rich.
So, as we are going to,
I'm guessing
well,
there's going to be initiative now, right?
well, that kind of depends on you. As I mentioned, they don't seem to be particularly hostile towards you for now. But they're there. They detected something close to this mechanist chain, and they're coming in basically to observe and to protect. Now, if your objectives is to get to the other balcony, you're definitely going to have to go through them. As they come down, sort of dropping down paramilitary style, they are currently roughly between, I would say they are roughly between 40 and 50 and 60 feet above you right now. So just at maybe at a comfortable arrow range for them.
So,
And the starship creature seems to be sort of as the crystalline shape sort of moves around. It seems to be almost sort of on a perimeter sweep.
Let me
Huh.
check this.
I can take four or 5 things at the same time if you want. And I look at everyone for asking for permission.
Vroon, you moved up on the balcony, correct?
Yes.
They seem to be sort of waiting for an order, but all of their bows are drawn in your direction.
Okay.
Let me see.
Heinrich, I didn't ask, can we take them? I asked, do we need to?
They do
I-
not seem.
I have a question to the GM about that. Do the little ones fit into the small corridor or not?
Yes. Let me just verify. They are medium constructs.
Medium, which means it's a small corridor, right?
Oh, this corridor right here?
Yeah.
So normally, the rules say that they would be able to squeeze through. However, I don't think, considering how cubic they are, I don't think they would be able to.
Okay. Because my next question is, might I summon Laurel? I can summon it like with a bit of distance. I can summon it directly in the corridor, and we can
corridor
explore.
is
Remember, the corridor is 3 meters up behind
Right,
a balcony.
yes.
So
I have to see it. Yes. So no.
You know what? I will. And again, this is not necessarily, but
5 minutes up, right?
I'll put a doop 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 doop. There we go. One way.
and the quadrants don't need to fit in to be able to shoot arrows at Laurel in the corridor.
No.
Yeah, but they might not see him if he
It-
pops in their back.
And to answer your question, Gale, that you have asked, if we want to advance to the balcony up, well, they seem very defensive of that zone. So, or we dispatch of them as quickly as we can, and we can advance, or we find another way or we ignore that place. But that depends on what our intentions are. So there is a big choice to make. Or we attack them, dispatch them, and we continue the balcony up and we see what there is. Or we can go downstairs. Or get our other team members.
Yeah, the thing is we're looking for a way to get them through, so we need to fully explore that level, I think. At least until we find a way.
Exactly.
So either we explore everything else and we do that last, or we take them on right now. What do you guys think?
I'm a bit tapped on magical resources, so
Don't worry about it. This one is on me if you want.
They're up high.
yeah.
I do have some magic and some spears.
Like I said, they are sort of floating up and down. The lowest about 40 feet up, and the highest about 60, with the
no.
the pentadrone being right above them.
I mean, I have warding winds. That works on arrows.
It works very well on arrows. Yeah.
Yep.
And I can shoot them with, well, I literally have big booms, small booms, long distance booms. Take your pick. I can even do very big booms that are not approved in Waterdeep.
Well, in that case,
You wanna know why? What?
Do tell.
They have Eldritch Blast, which they are really not far enough to avoid that. Based only in distance.
Plus, with all due respect, Gale, I would prefer you to preserve your energies, because when you use your energies, you kill a lot of things. So I would prefer that you preserve yourself, that you do the things that you want to do, but preserve yourself, because you took a beating twice, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
Makes me
but
concerned about you.
I also have the perfect spell.
Okay.
Yeah, probably a shatter or something.
I mean, and I was thinking destructive wave or an ice storm, but I mean,
I could fireball them.
Oh, yeah, I have fireballs too. I remember that.
Wait. Oh, well, there you go.
Like the necklace.
Vroon, could you just make me a charisma check?
What? Come on.
Okay.
820.
Well, I'm not looking at the 20, but
What? Oh, it's
no, as in.
you
And
could have
now,
said with
actually,
disadvantage.
Vroon, can you make me an insight check? Okay.
A 16, or you're not looking at the 16?
I am looking at the 16. What I would say is that even though these creatures seem to be completely sort of faceless, well, no, expressionless, from what you can see from the spinning pentadrone, there seems to be an acceleration, sort of, they're getting impatient. As in, if you stay in that particular area, right now you haven't moved forward, so they are not acting in, but at some point they might just say, we're defensive, but if you don't move, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The spinning the spinning thing seems to get a bit more, maybe sort of inch a bit forward. You can hear throughout the crackling and the sort of the low rumbling, you can hear sort of. I've always expected that Modron sounds very much like modem noises.
Yes, I think so too.
Right. You can kind of hear communication throughout these entities. Mostly go in one way.
Yeah. Guys, whatever we want to do, we might want to do it sooner rather than later. They seem to be getting a bit agitated.
Attack or not?
Sure.
Okay, I'm casting warding.
Casting warding. So, casting a spell.
Yep.
Okay.
It's time for initiative.
It is time for initiative. However, they were holding their action. Because all of their bows are drawn specifically towards Vroon. As soon as there is magical energy, it is launched. So, I am going to get to make... So each quadrant has 4 attacks.
4, Jesus.
So I am going to roll 36 d20s.
How like
That's a lot.
the fact that you can shoot a bow 4 times in a one round is like a bit
Oh,
insane.
it is literally they pull the arrows out of the bows. There's a slot that opens into the bow. There is an arrow that falls into the hand and just. So roll. What was it? 36? Did I say? There are 9 of them, so 36 d20s. They have a plus. They have a +4 to hit. So Vroon, what's your AC?
22.
22. So any 18 or higher will hit.
Okay.
And let's count them, shall we?
Jesus.
Let
Initiative
us...
is low. Double botch for you, Heinrich.
So let's see. I'm
Two,
counting 1,
3. I'm
2,
seeing 3.
3. Not a single 20.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Also- I mean, 20 would have hit, but still no crit, you know.
Fair. That is fair. But I mean, I'm still looking at those numbers, and and so 1d6 plus 2, so this would be 3d6 d6 plus what
6.
plus 6, yeah.
3 hits on 36 is not bad.
So as the
So wait, so how many dice was that again? 36 arrows go at me and I get 11 damage.
Blink,
Yeah.
blink, 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 blink.
the echoing storm and of lightning turns to the pitter patter of falling rain on as Vroon, this rain of arrows, of these brass arrows, which almost sort of as they
Brass on
sink
brass.
in and disappear almost as we, and so you sort of bunker under your shield.
Did you just had a medieval Gatling gun against you? Jesus.
Are you aware of the concept of a wacha?
No.
A wacha is a Korean weapon where they would basically tie arrows to fireworks, put them in a large screen with individual holes, and light the fuses to all of them.
Yeah, it's a Gatling, but in medieval times.
Yeah, and siege weapon. So on that note, let's roll for initiative. Actually, I'm going to roll initiatives for the Pentadrone because he's the only one giving the orders, as the others will just follow. Roll initiatives for them as well. Okay, perfect. Right, and let's get some music here.
You can put Sorsha above me because Sorsha has a higher dex.
Yes. Here we go.
By a significant amount, I think.
Yeah, I have a dexterous god in my head.
Yes, I have a very strong god in my head, but I was never Dexy before. Still am not.
Right. So, I guess that would have been a reaction. But you
That would be indeed.
If it's always that thing about Sorsha, you're the one who threw the whole thing into initiative. Does that mean that let's do it like this. This is how I can most likely what happened is they were readied for you. As you moved in to sort of cast the spell, the rain of arrows drops down, which Vroon maybe sort of pushes you out of the way, and then there everybody goes back into action. So you have not yet cast Warding Wind, but you may do so on your turn. But I'm not counting a spell slot or whatnot.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Wait, but if it's not cast yet, then they wouldn't have reacted to it.
No, they reacted to somebody going to.
But that means they get 2 actions before I cast
Yeah.
my spell? It's
That's,
weird
like-
since they reacted to my spell.
It's if they're reacting to a spell, the spell should happen.
It's the only point that's a bit weird. The rest I have no problem with. But
It's always a bit difficult with the whole action. That kind of thing. So do you want to start the initiative on Sorsha's turn then, and then we move? But that's kind of screwing Heinrich over.
like the initiative can be a bit shifted for the first round and then move back if
Sure.
that works better
You want to?
for
Okay. Cast. Let's do that. Cast. You go to cast the Quadrones fire, and then we're back at the top of the initiative with the Pentadrone giving new orders, and then we'll go for and go for there. Okay. So let's consider that indeed.
Yeah. Initiative opens after the fire. After the arrow.
After the wind. So can you throw the spell into the chat so that we can see what it does?
Yes.
If you're going to have me roll 36
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage,
Yes.
Well, I guess that'll have to do then. No, I'll have to sort of. I don't know how I'm going to be doing this.
You can sort of do pairs of like.
I can do
roll-
pairs, so I'll do pairs. Let's see. I believe.
Like now you could go like it's a 3 and a 17, so that's a 3, and then a 13 and 13, so 13, and it's 10 and 8, 8, 1 and a, like so. The 1 or an 18 would have been a 1.
Yeah, I get that.
It's fidgety, but
Yeah, it works.
Right. So warding wind blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you. Okay, so
Which means everyone is in the area.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll put an aura around you, 10 feet. So anybody within that particular square is going to be somewhat protected.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So, as you throw in the wind, the drones actually drop again, realizing that there are more people that they couldn't see beyond, and so they drop to just maybe above. They're about 20 feet from where you are, so about 5 to 10 feet above the opposing balcony, and there they shoot again. So I think that Heinrich is mostly covered. So it's going to be 3 attacks on Vroon, 3 attacks on Gale, and 3 attacks on Sorsha.
Right.
Okay? Well, 3, sorry.
it's 6.
No. 3, that means 12.
3 quadrants that
3
attack
quadrants,
each
yeah.
person.
So,
So you mean you need to roll 24 dice for every person?
yes.
Oh boy.
24d20. So the first ones are going to be on Vroon, so it's on an
Okay.
18 plus.
Yeah.
Right? Knowing that we are taking every pair, This is
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
complicated.
Yeah, it will, but
It's
whatever.
okay. Oh,
Well, the first one is a
fuck.
crit, so that's nice.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't crit, of course, but still, it's a hit.
Okay, so again, let me. I need
Seven.
to get a pen.
Yeah, it's a 20, a 7, an 8, a 6,
There's only that one
a
that
4,
works.
a 5, a 1, a 16, a 2, a 6,
only get one.
a 3. Yeah, just the 20 hits.
Okay, so that's gonna be. Is it D6 plus 2? So that's gonna be a 7 damage.
7 damage.
Right, now on Sorsha.
Yep.
24 d20s. What's your AC?
19.
19 minus 4, so that's a 15 plus.
15 plus? Okay.
There's a 16 that hits.
There's one.
That's it.
There's
so that's
2.
10.
There's 2.
Wait, 2?
Yeah, 2. It's 15 plus, there's 2.
Yeah, it's
but
it's the
disadvantage, right? So
no disadvantage, which means the 20 is a 20 and a 16.
yeah,
So the 16
that's
hits.
the only one that hits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again.
Oh yeah, that's 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
1d. Let's go. Let's just do this. So that's 7 piercing.
All right.
And could you make me a concentration check?
With a +3 bonus.
Well,
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
that should work.
And the last, Gale, what is your AC?
20.
20. So on a 16 or plus.
I am very happy that everyone was wearing their armor again.
But it's paired, right? Because they have
Yes, paired.
disadvantage.
So look at the first two. I'm looking by column, basically.
There's no 16 or higher.
Nope, there is none. So, Sorsha, as these winds, 20. I mean, was it 20? So almost
This-
30 kilometer hour winds rush. You can see that it is filled with these golden bronzed arrows that sort of rush around, bashing into the walls. Some of them sort of maybe hitting you in places, but with the shaft or with the fletching rather than actually the pointy bit. But it is a storm of glittering brass around you for that one huge barrage.
Yep.
This this warding wind was pretty clutch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I to tell you the truth, when I saw this, I'm going, how many dice? Anyways.
D&D and swarms,
Yeah, but these, I mean, quadrones are the artillery of the Modron army. Now you know why.
I see that.
So basically, that is their turn. So, Heinrich, you are up.
Theater of the Mind, we have the big boy over here.
Yes.
Are the little ones in a 20 feet square around him? In a sphere?
He's roughly above them. So he's between you. He's behind the quadrones. So the quadrones, as I mentioned, are about from your perspective, sorry, about 25 feet up. Mm-hmm. And then the pentadrone is higher by about, again, another 10 feet. So he's, from where you are, he'd be about 30 feet up.
If I would shoot a fireball against little ones, could I position in a way that I could have all the little ones at the same time?
What's the range on, what's the diameter on fireball again? I should know this.
That is 20 feet.
20 feet?
20 feet, and it's like a big round.
I would say, you know what? Throughout this whole thing, make me a perception check. Or no, not perception, just pure intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Right, with a 12. What I'll say is, with the whole glittering thing, you've kind of have it's a question of perspective, which is a bit difficult. What I'll do is, you can definitely get all the quadrones in that. The pentadrone, I'll give advantage basically to his check.
Okay, that's good for me. Because I am in a very bad mood, I'm gonna cast it at level 4.
Okay.
So that is a DC 18 dexterity save, please. And if they fail, it's 42 damage in one time. As golden eyes gleam up, he points one time and he says, "Enough!" And he shoots his fireball.
Okay. 42. Okay. That's interesting. It's too bad. If you have done 2 extra points of damage, I wouldn't even have to roll a save. Is there any way for you to enhance that?
I'm looking
I
at
don't.
my,
I don't have inspiration on me. No.
Okay.
let me check my inspiration.
So, basically, let's see. Group, okay. Ability is, you say it's dexterity, correct?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw
roll-
DC 18, please.
Right, DC 18. Normal damage is 42. Half on and set.
It's not an ability check that he makes, right?
No, it's their, no, we're talking about damage.
No. Unless you were inspired, no.
Well,
Okay. No more bugs.
This one.
I
and
see you've learned pest control from Gale.
That's a 15, so it takes 42 as well.
Wait, that was
Why
it?
do I even bother? No. What happens?
Alright.
Wait, sorry. Right, okay.
Oh, the big one is still there?
No, so the big one is still there, but what basically happens is, as you throw the fireball, it detonates, and you can see the glittering remnants of the quadrones basically fly down in incandescent metallic shards, which sort of rain on you, Vroon. Again, you put up your shield, you hear the pinging, this time less heavy than with the arrows, but just... No, actually no, because they're
Now
taken
that
into the warding, yeah. So you have these shards of metal flying around, disappearing, disintegrating around you. But as the fireball smoke and light prevails, you can see that the creature within the crystalline structure is fine, but you can see that the crystal has basically mostly shattered in most places. It's still hanging there in the air, but there are wide gaps. The magical the construct that is holding this thing aloft is definitely damaged.
Wait,
Okay.
Very
I'm
badly.
trying, like, So it's like I'm trying to still get an idea of like what I'm actually looking at.
Okay, so the creature that you have, the Pentadrone,
Yeah.
is levitating within a crystal D10, which is itself flying.
Okay, it's his flying device.
I would say with your passive perception, Sorsha, you do notice that the Pentadrone does not have wings like the Quadrones. And the only thing that is holding it aloft is that crystalline structure, which Heinrich put a serious dent into. So, Sorsha, you're up.
Alright.
The crystalline is barely holding on. It looks almost like glass in a way, right? So you can see that it's been charred, it's been melted in some areas, it's been cracked in others, and you can see that it's been spotted with the remnants of the of its Quadrone squadron.
Oh. I want to do something cool, but I'm not sure it will work.
You tell me. What do you want to do?
I want to cast a Toll of the Dead, but with my voice. Make the glass shatter.
Okay. Sure.
It would be cool, but it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
But I would make more damage with, I don't know.
No.
Either Eldritch Blast
I will say this. You would if you understand that it is a structure, a Toll the Dead on a wooden door wouldn't work. So this is like if you were trying to shatter a wall or a window, or some sort of object.
So I'm gonna use like Eldritch Blast, but I'm gonna definitely use my voice to,
Okay.
push a little bit for fun.
For flavor.
So for this,
Yeah, for
I'm
flavor.
going to. So normally, normally Eldritch Blast is creature, but we don't care about that. I can definitely see that you. Okay. So go ahead. AC 16.
No, that's, yeah.
Okay.
So the first one works.
Yeah. So what you did? How much damage was it? It was 42, correct? Right. Okay. So Sorsha, as you yell, tell me how you shatter this glass construct.
Now you believe you can fly,
Okay.
and just go in
And the higher.
the high, yes, until.
The thing is, I'm trying to figure out how to work in the genie's wrath. As you sing, just about you can see that there are cracks. There are cracks in the glass, right? Already but where you have the little brass inserts from the quadrones, frost sort of develops on it, spreading like moss or lichen across the glass, and it just shatters from the bottom down. And this large 5-armed figure falls 15 feet above the balcony, clips the balcony, and just falls into the swirling storm below.
Bye, love.
It's the Manticore all over again.
I thought about Manticore, but Manticore was more low on the voice, and I was like, nah, I want to shatter, not to.
Anyways, you would have not been able to You would have not been able to hit the pentadrone without the thing created. There was no... And its only attack was a paralyzing gas. So...
Yeah, with the warding wind, there was no way.
Oh, wait. Actually... Technically... Oh no, attack rolls of ranged weapon attacks have disadvantage. Okay, so you would have not had disadvantage because it's not...
No, it's
An attack.
just like physical things
Yeah.
getting out. And,
I'll have to... I'll remember that.
But spells are fine.
Yeah, spells go
It's-
through. Yeah.
But warding wind is no use against magic attacks.
No, indeed. Right. Well, one of the more devastating fights that you could have gotten in this level, you extinguished in less than a turn. Congratulations, guys. That is very impressive.
I mean, we've battled devils and demons, but this one was the dangerous fight.
I mean, in terms of action economy, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Could
Okay.
have.
Yeah, it could have been... I mean, you was lucky that it was Vroon.
Oh, yeah.
If...
I mean, there's a reason why the tank stands in front.
If Heinrich had decided, oh, you know what, let's go have a look at this chain, and those things had dropped on him, I can assure you would have had one dead wizard.
Yep.
But hey, like, we
Yeah.
did pretty well regarding spell and clutch tactics in this dungeon.
Very good fireball, Heinrich.
Oh.
And your wind thing is coming
Yeah.
in very handy as well. Sorsha.
Absolutely.
Yeah, more useful than I thought it would be, to be honest.
So, he tugs his coat a bit, and he says, Vroon, how high can you jump?
Hmm.
Can you get there, do you think?
Huh.
I might just send Leroy first.
Let me pull out the jump calculator.
So, Vroon.
But I don't think I can.
No.
But grabbing the
would-
chain, if
so
you can
I
grab
would
the
say,
chain.
I would say that in any ways there is no clear jumping path,
No,
right?
but-
Because you have these I mean, the chains are fairly wide and they are moving. You wouldn't be able. Maybe you could be able to jump it if you had, but all things considered, you're pretty sure that the chains are in the way for a jump.
actually-
There are other ways to cross, of course. You have the means, but you'll have to be a bit inventive.
Sending Leroy.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
So yes,
Actually,
would-
I could actually jump it.
if there weren't if the chains were not in the way, you could definitely jump
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, using Peerless Athlete, otherwise I
Yeah.
can't. But
Yeah.
please guard my body. Because
Okay.
I'm gonna watch through Leroy's eyes.
Okay.
all right.
So I think I've given you sight through Laryl. You have vision,
Uh,
yes.
Not really.
Okay.
I can't see anything there.
Oh, because does he have dark vision?
Yes, he does.
Okay. What's the dark vision? 60 feet?
I have to check.
I gotcha. Dark vision 60 feet.
Yep, good.
And here we go. Night vision 60. Okay. At the end of a sort of a narrow corridor, which looks to be like one of the service corridors that you've noticed here and there. It's sort of dwarf-sized. you see a armillary sphere. You know the astral spheres,
Yeah.
where at the center is a full globe, a bronze apparatus centered on a hinged arm. Slowly rotating within the arm is a 10-foot diameter globe decorated by a topographic map of landforms and oceans. Concentric rings of brass constrain the device, all rotating and bearing their own lesser spheres. One of those spheres has sharp points and appears sun-like. Carvings of tall, headless humanoids decorate the walls of the room. And looking through it, make me a let's see, what was it? Make me a history check.
All right. History. Oh, not bad. But a bad roll.
Yeah. Would you have been any? Would you have had any interest in topographical maps, for example, maps of Faerun or the Sword Coast?
Around Waterdeep, yes, and I mean she spent a bit of time on the road.
Yeah. So there's a few parts where as you're looking through Lerald's eyes, where you're going, the sphere is sort of rotating, and you're going, "What's this?" And then all of a sudden, you do see, you do see a piece of the that you recognize. You do recognize the Sword Coast, and it clicks. This is a map or a globe representing Toril, the planet you are on. And the different spheres around it represents the moon and other celestial bodies.
Looks like the skimming room of the villain. The tactical room of the villain.
I mean, if that's the case, he's got very low ambitions. I want to conquer not even the solar system, just this one planet and its moon.
Hey, small goals, you know?
I mean, yeah, but let's face it. If this was a Cererex goal,
He wants to keep it achievable.
Modesty for Lich, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a closer look.
Okay. Right. As soon as sort of Laryl gets close, the sphere sort of stops in the rings as well. The rings sort of open up to allow somebody maybe of maybe a humanoid size to enter what the center sphere actually opens up with a hiss of air and hinges, opens up to reveal a seat with a few levers inside.
Oh, I wanna go. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Okay, I am coming in with Leroy.
That also sounds like a highly probable fuck up. But yeah.
So, what, you want Laryl to go in?
Yes.
He floats in, but he's not going to be able to sit in the chair.
No, not sitting, but he can come in and see what's inside, and maybe with like push a lever or two. He has a big mouse.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Okay, so he.
Besides, I mean, even as in Laryl protests, kind of going, last time you sent me into something, it blew me up, so no. I'm not touching that.
When was that? When did I do that?
I mean, you guys have been sending your familiars into dangerous situations before, so.
Yeah, but I don't
No.
remember sending Leroy into something that blew up. The only place I sent him in, it was the chest.
Yeah.
And I popped him out and no harm was done to him.
Anyway,
Anyways, moving forward.
what
No,
are
no,
we
no.
going to do?
Like I'm saying, well, Laryl
I'm
does
not
not
a
have
bad
the-
mom. No.
Anyways.
So yeah, tell asking Leroy to go back and
as soon as sort of Laryl moves away from the sphere, the sphere closes and the rings start to move up again, speeding up to sort of catch up to maybe what was a programmed movement, and then go back into their slow rotation.
So I'm waking up and I'm telling you, there is something pretty interesting in there. It's looks like a commanding room with all planets and moon, and it opens with the seat and levers.
So, dear group, are we going to go there? Or are we going to communicate to Biff that they can take the same road as us and meet up here? Or we...
There's no direct passageway between where we are and where they are. There still needs to be someone to rotate and activate the circles at least once.
I say let's have a look. I'm intrigued by this room. But I'm not sure how to get there. Very small passage.
I mean, Vroon, you would be able to squeeze through. But
Oh, even Vroon? Okay.
we've had, yes, in this corridor you would be able to squeeze through. I mean, you would be considered, grappled or whatnot.
Yeah,
but
I don't like it. It looks because we've had very small passages
Yeah.
like this before, and then I had to be shrunk down.
So so this is not one of those. This is not a vent. This is access tunnel. So this is
I'm gonna look up. How high is it?
15
from where
feet.
I look at it, I give a little wave to everyone, and I do thump, and I misty step towards the other balcony.
Here.
I know I gave you a death word, but
Oh right, yes.
Okay, don't worry.
Hey, I am not moving. I am just positioning myself that I have rope. I have anything else that I can throw towards you guys. I can even make my nugget fly so they can hold. I can even put mage hand towards you guys. I'm trying to help.
Yes. I'm pretty certain I can make the jump. It's just that if I don't make it, I really like. And Vroon looks over the edge of the balcony and goes like, "I'm pretty sure that I get
you are not.
vaporized or something."
Oh yeah, you are not surviving that. No. I mean, you
Shit.
could, but you have no idea you're gonna end up in the multiverse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. And I forgot to do something. I'm stupid.
I mean, if I can always cast resistance on you, on the people willing to jump, but
no, that's not gonna change anything.
I had arcane abeyance, so I could have given a spider climb to someone. I just noticed it. I'm an idiot.
No worries.
I can make someone either levitate or fly, but
Mm,
I'd rather. It's
Vroom.
just 10 minutes, so there is a way back to have.
Technically, Heinrich, you could use arcane abeyance and give it to Laryl, who can pass on the beat. So if you want to use that, I will allow it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna say towards like who needs to climb walls the most to be 100% sure that they pass or not.
How long is your spider climb lasting? Because there's a way back.
I think it's 1 hour.
Yeah, I think it's an hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say like, well, who needs the most? Because well, it's for the people that are not dexterous at all.
I mean, do we all need to cross and go into the tiny chamber, or can there be someone who waits on this side and just?
I mean,
Hey, at least 2 go.
Well, we need one fighter, one caster.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do spider climb for 1 hour, there's something to be made. If you cast it on me, I can go with you, blah blah blah, and then go back into the cogs, take Beef's place, cast invisibility on myself, and climb my way back unnoticed on the outside of the cogs. That way, the whole group will be together. Problem solved.
I did not follow that.
You just see Heinrich like, what?
If you do spider climb on me, and it's 1 hour. In 1 hour, we could check that room, fine, and then I can go back to the room and take Beef's place. And when the whole group has crossed, with me actioning the cogs, I can use invisibility on myself, and with the spider climb, go on the outside unnoticed.
We're okay.
Or you could cast it on Vroon, who can carry the two ladies across.
Also.
Yes, but it won't solve the group,
Let's
reuniting group problem.
Well, let's start already with advancing to one room. Then we advise what happens in that room, and then we do the next step, because now we're 3-4 steps further.
Yes, let's do this room.
But it's a very good advice, and I thank you for noting that, because it's a very good idea. I will take note of that.
It's just for spell economy.
I'm actually doing pretty good with that, actually. So
okay, if we're talking about spell economy, give me some room. I want to make a running jump.
Oh boy, are you taking the ladies with you at the same time? Because if I just give you arcane abeyance and spider climb, you just let them on your back.
I thought the idea was we need 2 people to go check out that room.
Yeah, we could.
There's no need for the full.
Okay. Well, good for me.
If something happens to you, I'll cast either levitate or fly on you. Let me just check if it's a touch spell or not.
Yeah, levitate and fly are touch spells.
Fuck.
No, but we both have levitate and fly, because I also have an instrument of the bard, so we could cast it on ourselves and cross.
And technically, fly is an hour as well, isn't it?
A levitate is not touching. No,
Yeah, actually, good question for
Oh.
fly.
no.
Levitate. Oh, levitate is okay.
So yeah, there's a thing to be done with levitating. And fly is
It's
touch, but
10 minutes.
levitate is not.
Okay.
10 minutes for fly.
Oh, 10 minutes for fly. Okay.
Yeah.
Vroon is going to back up. Well, actually, I only need 10 feet, but
Okay.
and just.
Vroon?
I mean, of course.
No, I mean, no one has talked about the chains, but don't you think that you could aim to the
Oh right,
chains?
yeah. No, there's
The
chains
chain
going
going
away.
up. No, but if you manage to grab the chain that's going up, you just have to jump toward the chain, grab the
Yeah.
chain, and then get yourself up
Yeah.
there on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just spider climb on one of the rings and just go wee.
He like shows off his gloves, and like there's like little like almost mechanical little things in the back of his fingers.
You've got the ring. You've got the
Gloves
of climbing.
Yeah. And 6 strength bonus. So
Yeah, you know what? I would say, Rune, running jump, there isn't enough space for it. Right? The chains are literally in the way. It's gonna get complicated. But with I will say with the with your with the gloves and your strength, you can definitely ride the you could definitely ride the chain and just follow the chain as it goes down. It'll take you 5 minutes, but to go down and back up.
Okay, that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean you've got a plus what? You've got a
plus 11 all together.
you have a plus 6 in strength. Athletics?
Yeah, it's plus 6 in athletics.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a plus 11. Yeah, definitely.
It's not trained, yeah.
I mean, technically, and you have greater build, right?
Mhm.
I would say
I've got also greater girth.
we've seen that last episode.
Yes.
I would say if you were to you would be able to cross no problem on your own. If you decide to take somebody with you, I'll have you make an athletics check.
Okay. Does someone want to come with me?
And considering your build, both of them can go at once. If Sorsha and Gale, you would be able to.
I will shrink myself so you are not buzzed.
Okay.
I can shrink myself small. So
yes, that is
I'm
true.
a fae.
Yeah, you are a changeling. Which is nice because the webwalker armor shrinks along with you.
Armor for the win.
Yep.
So, Gale, what do you do?
I mean, if everyone's going, I might as well go too, but...
We do not need to all go. I could just go with Heinrich.
Yeah.
We won't be long.
No worries. Don't do anything stupid, and be careful.
You just hear him from distance. What?
Okay. So who's going across?
Vroon.
Okay, Vroon, you got that. So Gale, you're staying behind. Sorsha, you're staying behind. You tell me. I mean, it's.
I have no complaint if Vroon prefers to go.
Let's let the boys have an adventure, a one-on-one adventure.
Yeah.
I don't have a preference, but it's like
You go.
Instead of
right. Let us girls be on our side and let you boys do your planet thing.
Heinrich, I hope you don't mind if I go first.
Oh,
And then Vroon starts going.
you okay? You okay, buddy? Come on, you can do it. Come on.
Give me a little push.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna push you. Come on, Vroon, you can do it.
It is literally the sound of, dragging a heavy metal object on a floor that.
Yes.
At some point you might, you can kind of see in the scratch, the adamantine sort of scratching the walls basically. But yeah, you come into this fairly wide room, and the sphere, as you move towards it, again stops spinning, and the thing opens up. Yeah, so the apparatus suddenly swings around, its rings rotating out of the way as the surface of the globe peels back to reveal a dark, hollow interior. Inside the cavity is a padded bronze chair with levers built into the armrests.
Heinrich, I don't understand much about what this is.
Oh, already with I'm gonna do. Well, it's a small room. Let's. I'm gonna look around to see if there is something specific. With the advice that Sorsha already gave, I'm gonna observe the things on the wall. I'm gonna start to observe also better the.
Actually, yeah, I'll also I will also go around the walls in the room just to see if there's passages or
like every time. Every time Sorsha did that.
Make me perception checks.
How good is your perception, Vroon?
My passive perception is amazing, and then my regular perception is decent.
Yeah, I have a +1 on it because if you want, I can give you a help action, so you're helped with looking around.
It's fine.
Okay, then.
I've got a +6. Also, I'll just use my inspiration for it, so that I have advantage.
I mean, we've always said that you could use that afterwards, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, looking around it is.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you. I think Heinrich, you keep.
Yeah, I'd still like to use it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
That's better.
Yeah. I think Heinrich, you're looking towards the walls, but you keep looking towards the center of the room where this thing seems to be waiting, maybe for you, or going. You're a bit distracted by the artifice in the center of the room. Vroon, however, you actually do notice that to the south, right here, there is actually the same sort of mechanism, that you've seen Sorsha sort of manipulate to open potentially another door.
Alright.
You open it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me open this then. There you go.
Oh, it's another small corridor.
Right, this
message to.
Again, this one is very much a service tunnel, so you would be able to squeeze through, and yeah, sort of continues into the dark.
I'll message directly that Vroon found the door, and I message it both to Gale and to Sorsha. Vroon found the door and he just opened it. It's like one of those, and I'll repeat the message if needed to be. It's one of those secret tunnel. Thank you. So, and I'm gonna ask to Gale and Sorsha. Any advice, or we wait for you guys, or
Do you want me to send Leroy to accompany you so I can advise you?
and I'll send the same thing to Gale also with the same information.
Be careful, don't get in a fight without us, but except for that, yeah. Have a look around.
Okay. Send Lara also to have some extra eyes to be sure that we have enough. And I just pat on Vroon. Vroon, take your time.
Oh, should I? Yeah, I can.
Okay, Gale. I'm going to take a look.
Do you not want to sit in the chair?
When I see Laryl arrive, you see Vroon like, yes, I want to sit in the chair, but
You see Leroy blinking at you.
I want to sit in the chair, but the thing is that I promised not to do stupid things, and I think if I do this, I'm gonna have people who are going to hurt me very badly, and I'm actually afraid for my own safety right now.
When I'm yeah, sorry. I'm playing yeah. Hi. When Heinrich says that, Vroon goes, okay, and then he walks in his chair and just goes boom.
Okay. Sorsha, Gale, what are you doing? I'll come back to you, Vroon, in a second.
Oh shit!
Gale and Sorsha.
I mean,
the thing is, something's going to happen now, and I need to know where everybody is.
Gale's probably standing like on the balcony, having a look at what's happening and trying to hear what is happening over there.
You have, as long as there isn't any. So the crackling of the thunder makes that any sort of normal noise level from beyond cannot be heard. Anything, and you have no vision into that particular that place. So you're just sort of maybe waiting for Heinrich to kind of mention sort of help or whatnot. Sorsha, you are blinded into thing.
She's in the corner, like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Usually she's taking a bit of cover, so her body is easier to protect.
Okay.
Yeah. Just if it's at the moment where Sorsha goes blank, then Gale's just next to her,
Okay.
keeping an eye on her.
Right. So, Vroon.
Yes.
As you step in, you kind of sort of lean in and you plop down onto the chair. The sphere does. There are two things that happen. The first, the globe closes, sort of slams and locks shut. And Heinrich, you see this, and at the same moment where the large toriel brass sphere closes, the painted white sphere representing Saloon, the moon of Toriel, shatters as a large humanoid with wings in its back, green and reddish skin, wielding a two-handed axe, appears in the room. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yeah, played out my gods.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only you're playing the god, but you are also going to be frustrating him, because you will not be involved in this duel.
Oh no.
Unless you manage somehow to break out of it. But
we'll try.
Well,
We'll
well,
see
that
this.
escalated quickly.
right before, you know what? Sorry, guys. Just before we leave, let us have a look at what's showing up.
What the fuck is that?
Oh no. Oh no.
Heinrich, do you
Yeah.
still have a Misty Step on hand? Because you're gonna need it, I think.
Let's have a look at this in part 2. Okay? See you
Yes.
after the break.